Yeah, Nice Sports, back once again. D4 Damages with the ill behaviour. Episode 118, brought to you by our best, our only, our lovers, our mistress, really the people that support this podcast, Neds.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Yeah.
Because I hate structured starts.
I know. I'm feeling the pressure.
Yeah, it's shit. Anyway, it just feels fucking unauthentic.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Like, I don't know where to go with it.
Well, it's greasy to me. It's
sleazy.
Like, yeah.
Which is strange because you are a sleazy gentleman.
Yeah.
Like if someone were to say to me, your good mate, one of your best mates, Steve Jeffrey Askin, director of a company you're, aligned with.
And a second company about to be.
Second company as well. Could you describe him in 3 words? 2 of the 3 words would be sleazy, like straight off the bat. So for you to say...
That's rough.
For you to say, well, fucking rough but true. Like, let's be honest. If I was hauled...
Come on, cuz.
Come on, cuz. If I was hauled before a court because of activities you can't comment on...
A court of law.
And they said, Mr. Stevens, could you, before the Honourable Judge Crow here... describe your director, business partner, friend, Steve Jeffrey Askin, in more than 2 words, it would be sleazy and sleazy.
Well, I hope that would be the 3rd word. If he gave you the option of describing him in more than 2 words, I hope you just chose 2 nice words.
Yeah, so like child prodigy.
Child
prodigy sleazy. That would be the 3 coming off the top of my dome piece.
Oh, fuck.
And I hate to say that's the truth, but it is, unfortunately. And you accept that. You're a big... You're a big come on, cuz. You're a big defender of the child prodigy sleaze bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm fine with that, bro.
Yeah, so...
Sticks and stones.
Look, Bet with Neds, our one, our only, our best friends there. Read the terms and conditions at the website. South Australians, don't even bother betting. You're fucking separated from Australia. See you later.
What's going on down in South Australia? Why they can't?
Have you ever been there?
Twice now, yeah. Once as a kid.
I've been there one time for a business conference, actually with intern, and it is a strange place.
Yeah, but I liked Adelaide.
I don't. Only because...
I've only really seen the casino, but...
Yeah, so I've been to... I won a lot, actually, at the Adelaide Casino, but let's beside the matter. I've been to Brisbane. I've been to Sydney.
Kante.
Correct. I've been to Melbourne, haven't been to WA and all that sort of stuff. But you would think, in the regards of degenerates and psychos, that they would probably be close to Melbourne and Sydney and maybe some other, neighbouring suburbs there. But when I went to Adelaide, and we were only there for a couple of days during this business conference... me an intern. The people there, like straight off taxi to the city, the strange people that would come up to you and ask you like obscure questions that would absolutely throw you off guard. You're at a pub drinking, and in the gutter there's a guy like seizuring, like screaming out things about God and Jesus and aliens and angels, and then.
That's not exclusive.
Yeah,
to Adelaide,
no, it's not. But there's a lot more of it.
That happened to me on Sunday, really.
Yeah, I'm sure. But I still remember this vividly. As we were leaving in the cab to go back to the airport, I looked out the window of the cab, and there was a guy. You know the cigarette butt things on the side of bins?
Yeah.
And they like fill up with ashtray
Yeah.
for the bins. He had a key to empty, and he had a plastic bag underneath the ashtray and had a council key to open it up, and all the cigarette butts went in. So he was like...
Did he have a council shirt on?
No. He was like a homeless guy. I don't know where the fuck he's picked this key up from.
Yeah, nice.
But that really...
He's hit the lotto.
Yeah,
he hit the lotto with the key.
Done a heist on fucking town hall and raided the key safe.
He got the keys to the city, bro.
Yeah.
That is the key
ashtrays
to the
to the...
So when I saw that, I kind of thought, Adelaide's a bit different. But I don't know how we got onto Adelaide.
Yeah.
because we were talking about come on,
South
cuz.
Australia, come on, cuz. I don't know why you've got your gambling laws the way you do, but you do.
Yeah.
Keys to the city. Steve, can you give us please a follow up from? You thought you had the keys to the gambling city, based on a friend of yours whose auntie does palm readings or clairvoyant. Or,
So for context, guys, we had a directors meeting last Wednesday. Steve had to leave early because he said one of my friends who has done palm readings on this podcast and been pretty close and actionable rang her up and said, a close friend of yours with the starting name S, you and him need to go to the pokies tonight.
at a venue that's got something to do with railway,
which if you know your poon, there's a railway venue there, and you're going to win 20 grand.
Yeah.
How'd you go?
Yeah, no, not good at all. I went down. At one stage, I was probably down.
She confused the plus with the negative. yeah.
At one stage, I was probably down 600, but I ended up. I did have a couple of good wins, so I got it back to. I probably left maybe 100 or 200 down. So that was well worth the investment. If the story was. Going to come off.
If the prophecy was to be fulfilled.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I told the story on the pod.
No, you didn't.
No. When that palm reading first happened. So
yes, you did.
You did, the hectic
story.
story.
Yeah. So it was the same girl, Ruby. Her stepmom is like some witch, like predicted, like her friend.
She calls her like Arnie Witch or something.
Literally, fucking Adam's Family shit or some shit. And like she's predicted her friends winning the lotto. That week they win the lotto. Just like real hectic, crazy shit. So
does a part of you go, we got everything right other than the day? Like, did it have to be Wednesday night?
There's another part of the story
which you can't tell.
Which I can't tell, and that, I think that might have had to do. It wasn't to do with me because obviously I was sober. I had to drive down there, so
sure.
It was where this information was coming.
You're on the waters.
I was on the waters and actual water. But yeah, there was something along the lines that someone might have got some wires crossed and there could have been...
Sounds like it.
Something could have played a catalyst in that. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
This is massive holes in the story.
Yeah.
That's
very
right.
mysterious, very vague.
Yeah.
Just
read between the lines, opium style.
Yeah.
You pick it up.
But you've got to take that chance when they've got the information that's so specific.
Oh, for sure, man. And
it's like you can't not turn it down. And in my head, when you're like, I'm going to go do this, the first thing that comes to mind is like, how much do you keep playing or keep hypothetically putting through knowing this information?
How much do you believe in the prophecy?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, when do you give up in the prophecy? How far into the night?
Like, technically, you could have spent like 19,000 to win 20, you know?
Yeah.
And then
it comes off and it's still true.
Yeah.
But you only really win 1,000.
Yeah. But that still would have been a good haul. But
yeah, I guess you could say it about any sorts of...
yeah, wasn't meant to be. But yeah, we go again.
Yeah.
Now, first order of business. Intern, can we get you on camera, please? Yes.
He has to come squat. Like,
no, well, you need to shake Steve's hand first, Brandon's hand first, a second, and then my hand third. I know you're stressing over there. I can see the bullets sweating
get
from
to
your
the
face
point
right
on
now.
why, and then he can come over and give us
So, as you may know, we've commandeered the services of the intern. He spent a year with us. He just had his 31st birthday on the weekend, and we have decided to splurge with the fruits of our labour with Ned's and give him something nice because of all the time and lieu that he has provided to this podcast.
Let's go. Lexi,
intern.
He's not coming.
He's
That's
made
right.
He's concrete over there. So I've just sent it to him. We've just provided you with your birthday present, mate.
Do we want to read what it is? Like,
yeah,
because it's a virtual acceptance.
It's a virtual acceptance over there. Look, there's been no communication. Check his phone. He might like that. But no, he's going for a wedges fitting at Drummond Golf this weekend. And we have provided him with a $400 gift voucher to, get the wedges.
I still
that he
feel like
likes.
we've undercut you, Lexi, but look.
I know. Look, the time and lose
It's a
probably
long
about-
play. It's a long play for you.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll cut you in equity in the company one day, bro, and
There's
it'll all
more to
be
come.
worth it.
Yeah.
Or if, everything goes south with this new business venture, we may, you may end
You've
up
already
with
cut your losses because there was no losses to
Yeah,
cut.
that's right. That's exactly right.
Nah, thank you, Lexi. Appreciate you,
cheers,
brother.
bro.
Couldn't do it without you.
Happy birthday too,
On
bro.
the notes of birthdays on Saturdays, you had something big happen on Saturday, Brando.
Yes, boys. Got the knee dirty over Chrissy, as you would have already heard a few months ago, and then finally had the engagement party at the good old Hero up where the Askins made the
Cut their teeth,
teeth.
Yeah.
made their stripes.
Put
Yeah.
their stamp on the world of DJing. So
Critically, internationally acclaimed.
claims.
Yeah, the
Duo,
Askins.
the
The
Askins.
Askins.
Yeah.
Luckily enough, had both of the Askins there in both different stages of the night, which is
And both
always
different states of consciousness.
which
Well,
is
I was sober.
yeah.
I drove home, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't talking about you, but
James
Which is baffling.
texting his wife, talking about some Easter hunt happening early on Sunday and going,
Sunday.
"You'll have to count me out." Anyway, he went home at a responsible time, but he's always got some little funny story like that. But no, had the engagement party. Thank you all you boys for coming, and little cards and gifts, as I said off air. Still recovering, as you can hear my voice is a bit crusty after a couple of days on the sauce, celebrating with all friends and family. But
Did anyone charge on? Like,
yeah, we kicked on about 3 at Jacobs, and a few of the boys
Yeah,
still
right.
charged on
Samo's
after
fish
that.
and chips.
Yeah. Yeah, at Samo's. But no, it was a great weekend. Played a bit of golf on Friday and then, into the party on Saturday. But, I was just saying to Chloe, we need to do something like this every year, whether it's someone's birthday, and just invite everyone and, at a function like that, because it was just so much fun. And it was almost, because I tried to invite as many people as we could, it was almost a little bit overwhelming where I only seen everyone for what felt like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like a few people travel from Brizzy and this and that, and then I messaged him the next day. I was like, fuck, I sort of felt bad because I tried to say hello to everyone and whatever, but didn't really get to go on the depths of normal conversation.
That is the strange part about hosting your own party. Is
For
that
sure.
you don't really get to enjoy it
Yes,
the way
I know.
that you have imagined in your mind.
So-
your wedding day is going to be the same.
Yeah, so it's a
And-
good little taste test for that, I guess. And
Yeah.
I still had a great time, but I just, at the end of it all, I was like, fuck, I feel like I didn't
even
even
get to talk to anyone in
people.
depth.
Yeah, a couple lung lollies and a few fucking bodies later, and the night was over.
It's
so
all over.
Yeah.
You'd know about engagement parties and all that sort of stuff, hey, Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
More so 18th and 21st, but
yeah.
Concerning.
But no, it was a great time. Hope you boys all had a good little evening.
Had an unreal time. Heritage still a great venue.
It's cool up there, bro.
Yeah,
I've
upstairs
always
sick.
said it's cool up there, and just it was just the perfect spot for what we wanted. So
Super undervalued. Super underrated.
100%.
Super not performed, super under executed.
Well-
They could be giving the Giddy Goat, love you Jordan, but giving the Giddy Goat a run for their fucking rugby league money.
It's just like that Brizzy beer garden,
Yeah.
fucking river views, like it's little durry deck around the whole
Yeah.
side. Like it's just
So elite.
It's got good atmosphere. And one of Chloe's brothers who lives in WA was saying that venues over in Perth for something exactly the same as that, $2,500 just to hire the venue for the
Easy.
night.
Easy.
And that was like a couple hundred, bro.
Yeah.
Under 500. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
have you ever heard that their flamingos and the heritage were you could walk between the two? Like back in the
Yeah, like
ups?
2018 or so. No, even before
No,
then.
no.
No, like when our
80s.
parents were 18.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So up where the mezzanine floor is, so you walk up those first set of stairs on the, say I'm looking at the back wall, like I've walked into Flamingos, walk up that first set of stairs. On that side, there's like they used to have just before you step up to go out into the smokers area there, into the sports bar.
At Flamingos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That there used to be like a tunnel there, or there was another bit. There's another room or something in there.
And where did it come out at the Hero side?
Like
Up where the weekend was? Or?
where like the toilet upstairs, downstairs toilets are sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
Well-
where you walk down
where we were all sitting in the beer garden, walk down those stairs to go to the
Somewhere
toilet, like somewhere in there.
Well, the same guy is involved in both, so maybe that's coming back.
Yeah, well,
never know.
that was one of the yarns when they were doing up Flamingos. They were saying,
That it
yeah,
was
they're
gonna
going to
be
join it, make it a fucking super club.
It's gonna be super club. It's gonna be
taken
called
over
the
by-
Met, bro.
Yeah, taken over by Pasha.
We're going to have internationally acclaimed the Askin
the
DJs,
Askins.
bruh.
Yeah,
And
they're gonna
Bobsy.
come back.
Yeah. Bobsy, bruh.
Yep, top 6 AI. Now, bit of a strange one I want to get you into straight off the bat. We have said that Scat Chat is the semen of the show.
Yeah.
Cock and balls is obviously gambling and sport. But saw this come through my desk earlier in the week. Really got some fucking thoughts just running through my head. And it was that you have a 7-hour flight to Bali. Where are you sitting? And it was a bunch of Aussie icons, obviously controversial and opposite to one another to come up with some good chat. So row 1, you're sitting beside Spanian and Abby Chatfield.
Hang on, just before we get into this, see how the one is on the left-hand side, the two. So
Very important that.
Is that
Yes.
counted as the window seat? That's an aisle seat.
Correct.
That's sitting
All
in the
seat,
middle.
all seat is where Abby Chatfield is.
Yeah.
You would be in the window seat with Spanian
Next to you.
almost being your barrier
Yeah.
from her shit, because
Yeah.
Spanian obviously is very, very unapologetic about his past and his opinions on the world.
Yeah.
Strong Christian, strong traditionalist. Abby Chatfield, very, got TDS, screams into the microphone every week, gets paid out by a lot of people. So I think that would be an interesting position to be in between their conversation. You would really just be an observer.
I've almost got to put this up visually.
We
for
are going to have to
people.
put it up
Yeah.
visually.
Yeah.
Row 2, you're sitting beside in
Do
the
we
aisle
go?
seat.
Do we then go across to
Okay, do you want to go across? Let's go across.
Because it's still the
So
same.
this is
but
row 1.
Jump
Yeah,
the
yeah,
aisle.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you jump the aisle. You got Pauline Hanson in
Next
the aisle
to Abby
seat.
Chatfield, which
Next
is
to Abby
quite
Chatfield.
funny.
You got Pauline Hanson there, who's also pretty much the same as Spanian, giving her the same sort of shit. You're in the middle seat between her and Superwog. That would be also another great aisle. We get down to row 2.
Just quickly, what happened to Superbog? Was he still going?
I believe he's still going.
Yeah, he's still going.
He pops up on my YouTube sometimes, and he's getting millions of views.
Well, they're on Netflix. They got a show on Netflix.
Oh, they do too.
right.
That
Yeah.
police one and stuff.
He's
That's
leveled
Steve
up.
show.
Yeah, good on him. Shout out
Superwog
Superbog,
just-
one of
yeah.
the YouTube OGs.
OG.
eh?
He's
Yeah, OG.
really up there with Logan Paul and the rest.
Yeah.
You
Just, just while I interject, talking about YouTube views, OG, rah, rah, do you know Warp 1.9, but Steve Aoki and Bloody Beetroots took over the fucking globe? This is before Spotify and everything, has 1.8 million views. That's it.
Yeah, that's
1 point-
insane, eh?
Bro,
That's all it's got.
that's
Yeah.
all
In
it's
today's
got.
day.
Yeah, no, sports has 1.8 million views.
Yeah, yeah, total.
That was I seen that on the
I
late.
can play that for anyone that's in the post LimeWire era.
Yeah.
And they'll go, like they.
But is this in the era of
Yeah.
you're listening to it on Rage on fucking Saturday morning and shit?
Nah.
Bro,
And it's
like-
on the radio, not necessarily.
It was around the
Regardless,
time
man,
of
that-
Skrillex, I swear.
Can't fucking that song was fucking every single DJ.
I had
in
it on the
world
Friday Stompers.
was playing that, man.
10 weeks ago.
And this is like the official fucking film clip. Yep, on Dimmac or whatever. And it's
Dimac, yeah.
Yeah, 16 years ago, 1.8
8
million.
million. That makes 0 sense. Zero.
cents. Yeah. This song was bigger than Taylor Swift songs.
Bigger than fucking
Bigger than
Avicii,
Kanye
cunt.
songs. Bigger than who?
Avicii. Like,
Oh, yeah, huge.
like what does fucking Levels have?
Yeah.
It'd be
Levels will
it'd
have
be in the bill.
143.
Hundreds.
I reckon Levels will have 143.
Can't
million?
it'd be a Billy?
746 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this was bigger than Levels
You
at
reckon?
the time.
Oh, like I'm
Levels
just
was pretty
Warp
big.
Yeah,
1.9.
Yeah.
But the point
Huge.
I'm trying to make is that song, like fucking. When the first time you heard it, you were like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then every DJ felt like that, so it was played in every fucking nightclub. For that to have 1.8 million views
Yeah.
makes
Yeah.
0 sense.
But I think if you measured it from metrics before these streamers, because there's famous songs we all know that are from our parents' era that when we get on Spotify have only got, the 1.8 or, 10 milli, and you're
But
like...
Spotify wasn't around then.
I know,
Right,
I
yeah.
know, that's
That's
what
what
I'm
you're
saying.
saying, yeah.
If you measure it from metrics of the time,
Yeah.
it would blow all these other songs out of the water.
Yeah.
On to
Anyway,
row 2.
That's what I'd be talking about.
So while we chuck up the visual, we've got the no soda for me today Indian guy who is now in like day 2,387.
Is he still going?
He's still going every day. So as you don't know him,
Yeah.
but his name is like Virat or something like that.
Virat Kohli.
Yeah, fizzy drinks guy. Yeah, I know who he is. Yeah.
And he basically uploads a video every day to prove to his
I
followers
know
and
he
his wife.
sort of blew up, but doesn't that like just
Yeah,
fade
it gets
out?
very old. It gets very
Like,
old.
does
I
he
followed
is he
him
branching into anything else?
No. No, pretty much no.
Good on him.
Yeah, good on him. He is sitting beside Chappelle Corby,
Yeah.
and you will be in the aisle seat.
I'm
Chappelle's
sitting
looking pretty
there.
good.
Yeah,
Fucking-
can't.
In that little thing there?
Is that like her when she first got locked up? Because she's looking solid
think
in
that
that.
No, I think that might be like a remake after.
Yeah,
like, it's just-
potentially.
yeah.
So you're in aisle seat 2.
I'm sitting there.
Then you
she's
get
looking pretty hot.
Yeah, she's
across,
looking.
across the aisle, you've got Rob Irwin, and can anyone tell me who that guy is?
Is that Ivan Milat?
I thought I was going to say Ivan Milat, but I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either. But
It's
it's
Ned
someone.
Kelly.
It's someone of
Is that
the.
Ned?
No,
That's
it's
not
not.
Ned
No,
Kelly.
cheating up. You know
It could be,
you
but
know
it's
who
not.
it reminds me of? What's that chili pokey machine?
Yeah, yeah.
More chilies.
More chili.
chili.
He looks like the more chili
Yeah.
guy.
Well, more chilies than Rob Irwin.
I
Yeah.
think that's Ivan
He
Milat.
could be Ivan Milat. Okay, heading into row 3. You're sitting in the aisle seat between Will Gibb,
Yeah.
famous homosexual from Australia.
No, that's what he.
He is.
That's what
And he's a TikTok sensation. He's also signed to the Hello Sport Network Shane Keith Productions with
Yup.
his
Yeah.
best mate Pat.
He's a comedian.
He's a
That's
comedian.
Stand-up comedian.
So I probably should have said that first.
yeah,
before
that's
homosexual.
that's why I laugh so hard.
Yeah,
'cause-
and then you're sitting in between him and Spenny from 1-4, who
No,
is
that's not
jacked out
Spenny.
the gills.
Is that Spenny?
I think it is. I don't
Nah.
know which
You
one.
cross the aisle and you are seated in the window seat from Carl Stefanovic and the Australia Current Affair. They came bounding over. That guy.
Is one if he's still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon he would be.
And they
Maybe.
came bounding over.
They came bounding over. Now we get into row 4.
Just quickly on comedians.
Yes.
Seeing Carl Barron on Wednesday.
I did see
Blew
that
my
story.
mind that he's 60. Doesn't look 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he sort of does.
Yeah.
But he was fucking hilarious.
I seen you
10
went to
out of
Carl
10.
Barron, and I only seen that just pop up randomly
On his story.
No, like on Facebook, and I was like, "Fuck, when's Carl Barron?" I thought I had
last night.
yeah,
Yeah.
I thought I had months to
Yeah, I know. Just
book a ticket.
It was
I
Yeah,
only
fuck.
saw his story and I was like, oh, I would have went to
Like
that.
same.
my head was hurting from laughing the whole time.
Yeah,
It
it's so
it
funny, yeah.
But
he's
that-
OGA.
He's OG and like that comedy style's right up my alley. Anyway, it was really good.
So, getting on to row 4, Lisa Wilkinson is in the window seat. You've got Ziz, who is currently dead, but he comes back for this. And
He'll
you're
come
sitting
back.
in the aisle seat.
yeah.
You cross the aisle
Yeah, I don't know
between
who
two
this is.
girls who no one knows who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
So let's just forget that little thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'd like to sit there as well.
Yeah, because what?
I might jump up between Chappelle and she's not sup to. I might go jump
Down
in.
to
Sit number
seat
9. Yeah.
Righto. Finally, if you're real political, you get down into row 5. And you're sitting in the middle between Bob Catter and Bob Catter.
Fuck yeah. Fuck, you'd have some good yarns for the
Yeah,
pod.
it'd be unreal.
I saw a yarn of his today. I forget how old he is. When the Beatles came here in 1964, he and a group of his mates in Brisbane egged their tour van. It was on the ABC episode because they were like interviewing Australian icons, and he was telling about in 1964. So he would have been a teenager.
So Bob Catter was egging the Beatles
Bob Catter egged the Beatles
before
so
he
he'd be
was the Bob
70.
Catter.
before he was Bob Catter. Yeah.
Sure, yeah,
It'd
right.
be 80 odd.
He would be 80 odd.
Fuck me.
So then you jump.
You got a bit
across-
of money in this last row.
Oh yeah, huge money.
Is that Gina?
Gina, you know, is the, I
Mrs.
think she's
Mrs. Fake Keppel Island.
Yeah.
Mrs. Faye Kepelon. I think the second richest woman in the world.
Yeah.
After Jeff Bezos' divorced wife. So yeah, you
Beautiful.
jump across the aisle seat. You're sitting in the aisle seat between Gina Reinhart and Peter Dutton. That would be kind of boring. Not really excited. So
Yeah.
I've already got my selection. Did
Bob
you
Catter 79, by the way.
He's 79. Yeah,
79,
so
the
close.
best.
Spot
So
on.
do you just want to take a little time to think?
No, I said.
Righto. My seat would be at the window seat between Spanion and Abby Chatfield. That would be my seat.
Mine's number 2, sitting next to
Chappelle and the fizzy guy.
Because
Yeah.
she's looking fucking stunning.
Yeah,
She's looking up to. Yeah.
I reckon I'd sit in number 4, hear a bit of
Ziz chat.
Ziz /
Fuck,
hear
Ziz
about
would
his
be-
brother Chess, bruh. Just some
Yeah.
of that stereosonic ones.
Yeah, that would be a hectic fucking chat.
And then I'd lean over the back of my seat and get some Bob Catter yarn.
Yeah,
so a little
be
2
like,
for 1
"Catter,
special.
I've
I know
just
that
talked-
wasn't on the rules, but that's what I'm
but
going to do.
I've just
anyway.
talked to fucking Ziz about pingers and barley for
Make
about 3
pingers
hours.
legal, brother.
I need the other 4 hours so that I can talk some actual yarns.
Yeah, about some John Dutton cattle yarns, brother.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
so
Steve-O, I'd love if you brought some more shit like this to the pod, just
yeah,
quietly.
no, like I said, Scout Chat's a semen in the pod, and yeah,
Well, we can't do trading card roulette anymore because it's been hijacked off us.
Yes.
And we've been banished.
we have been.
Is that? I feel like that's a bad omen to continue doing it.
Hey,
now.
and for context, I didn't even watch the video. Like, I didn't even.
You didn't need to watch it.
Yeah, right. I just, the chat yous were all saying was enough for me to say it was. So you're telling me they called it trading card roulette as well?
No,
It was-
they didn't.
Okay.
So let's just start from the top.
Let's paint the picture, Steve.
So, listeners at home, this is some juicy goss. This was discussed in the group chat throughout the week. You may not know this, but some devout followers of ours brought to our attention during the week that the infamous, the iconic, the legendary Matty Johns and his son Cooper, backstage with Cooper and Matty Johns, have stolen some of our content, the trading card roulette. Now, we have some theories about where this may have gone the path to becoming on their show. We're not calling out Cooper and Matty. We think that they are oblivious in this instance, and this may be another secret party.
Well, I'm going to need to watch it to have some context. Like what happened in the video? Like,
So the video starts off with, we're doing a trading card.
New trading
Price
card
war.
segment.
We're doing a new trading card segment, exact same trading cards as us.
Yep.
Matty Cooper is fanning the cards. Matty is going to pull a random card out like a magician, verbatim,
Right.
and we are going to do a multi based on this card pulled out.
Yeah,
And
right.
picking it blindly.
Blindly.
Yeah, right.
So they rip the cards. He does it. Matty, shot eyes, can't actually see the back of the cards and see the names. Pulls out Ruben Garrick.
Yeah. Imagine the next one. He's going, righto, we're going to do, we're going to...
Dice.
Oh,
We're going to
the
throw
beer
some
pong.
dice. We're going
If
to do
they
the beer
do
pong.
beer pong, I'm
Beer-
suing.
So, after the devout followers of the show sent us to this saying thieves, robbers, scumbags, you know, all this sort of thing. Copycat, all that sort of
Art
chat.
thief.
I thought, righto, let me just go in and see this. And I didn't even finish the reel before I went, this is fucked.
You
Yeah.
were pissed because it was your initial idea.
It was my initial idea. That's
It was
right.
a JS original.
It's a JS original. So I've sent it to you boys. I've texted you two in it.
He was fired up.
I was
Yeah.
fired up in a little group chat being like, watch this right now
Yeah.
and tell me they did not steal this from us. boys saying a heads prevail, be like, hey, don't fucking call them out on it. Just like throw a bit of funny chat. I've gone, yeah, right. I jumped on the Yeah Nice account, jumped in there and said, boys, it's called trading card roulette. Let us know when you want to upgrade Winky Face, meaning like the beer pong.
Yeah.
Meaning we might be able to collab.
Yeah.
See, I liked it. We went back and forth. I was like, let's say something funny.
Yeah.
And see where they land and like, you know what I mean? We don't care. We're just saying bit of chat.
So we've got a couple of people within the inner circle dialed in on this, focused on this, in the reel, waiting for the comment. I've said I've commented. Nothing pops up. I'm in my account now and I go on the reel, comment. I'm like, I swear I posted it. Jump back in the Yeah Nice. See the comment there. It's 5 minutes old. I'm like, what the fuck? Jump back over. Screenshot. There's no comment. He looks. Intern looks. They've hidden the comment straight away.
So it's not deleted. You
Not
just hide
deleted,
it.
hidden, which means to me that whoever behind the scenes, names not to be named, someone with a similar name of this podcast, has directly yoinked this content idea off of our page. So when we've commented, they know the origins of it. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because if it was...
Otherwise, you wouldn't hide the comment.
If it was fully accidental,
Yeah.
they would have went, what the fuck are these cunts on about? Because there was only 8 comments at the time we commented.
Yeah.
There was 9 comments after they hit it. Would have went in and went, what the fuck are these cunts on about? 5 minutes down, seen the reels and gone, oh, yeah, right, we've come up with the same idea. That's not the case.
And for me, I've got no issues with if someone sees an idea, puts their own spin on it. I had no issue with that because I'm like, look.
We are all recycling all the ideas of all
and
time.
we're talking about the exact same sports every week in our own way. So I had no issue with that.
No.
It was just that we thought we'll try throw something little funny, see if we get a reaction.
Well, if you're yoinking our idea, if you're, taking it and putting it on your bigger platform, again, all okay for that. But let us get a bit of traction.
Yeah.
Your traction.
Yeah.
We come up with the idea. You take it. That's fine. Either credit, which, again, don't have to credit us.
See,
that's
that-
okay.
You don't have to credit
Don't
it.
have to credit us.
Like, they're way bigger than us.
All
They
the
don't
ideas
have
have
to do
all
that.
been come up with before. It's all recycled material.
Yeah.
But let us comment and gain
And
some
have
sort
our
of
flowers.
traction.
Just give us our flowers.
Something like that. Even a little comment under our
just-
comment.
Yeah,
and be
they-
like, boys, keen to collab. Something.
Or just like our comment.
Or like our comment.
Or just
They
leave
like
it.
our comment and
Or
then they
even- or
say,
even
just leave the comment,
on
so
the
that your
page.
viewers, 30,000 of them who view that reel, can then go in the comments and go, well,
I think
these
their
guys are-"
TikTok one got way more views as well. by the
Wow.
way.
Yeah. So,
Rub salt in the wounds.
look, we didn't want to go ballistic on it. I thought that was pretty uncalled for and pretty cringe if we just decided to get, all the pages that aren't our pages to be like, this is, that's gay.
Yeah,
we don't want to
that's-
do that.
that's pretty gay, yeah.
That's pretty gay. We don't want to do that. But very interesting.
that's
that we've-
famously homosexual.
Yeah, we've had some content stolen from us.
So 53K they've got on TikTok.
And it'd be about 35,000 on Instagram.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
And someone...
Come
yeah,
on, boys. You're
and
begging to be put up on the wall of
And,
shame.
Oh, no, not begging. They are the top 3, actually, on that leaderboard of the Hall of Shame.
And the thing that when I was reading some of these TikTok comments, like, that's actually a super fun idea. And, and they got a few of them on Insta. And
Yeah,
then
there was a few of them
And then
on
they
Insta.
liked the comment claiming the idea. It sounds petty, but look.
That's it. I'm jumping on both TRL Mackay accounts. Fucking.
Yeah, calling it out.
Yeah. you
Mr.
can't-
Jerry's going to leave a comment.
Look,
TRL
which
Rocky.
that's what I'm saying. We've all got multiple accounts. we
start a
could have went in
campaign,
there,
yeah.
but we didn't. We're just, going to play it cool, play it chill.
Oh, well, boys.
This will be a reel. We can tag him in it.
Yeah.
And more to come on
More,
that.
more to come on this.
Yeah.
Not less to come, more to come.
Imitation is the
Greatest form
Form
of
of
flattery.
flattery, boys.
Yes,
So-
thank you very much for that, Stephen.
just know that we're on the right track and we'll be
We're on the garden path.
we'll be guest
We'll be stealing their content down the track.
we'll be guest appearances on fucking Fox League, boys. So.
Yeah.
Boys, just quickly, I found out on the weekend, So Sammy Nasser shared it. Sammy Nasser, who won the
Vista Golf.
Vista
Had
Golf.
a chat to him.
So the filmer for the reel they put on Vista Golf was our designer Jake,
Yeah.
who makes all our
Yeah,
nice
was-
logos and podcast logos. And I was like, bro, that is proper small world stuff.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
he was talking to him, oh, from Rocky. Oh, bro, you don't know these nice boys. He's like, bro,
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah,
He's
close
like,
with
oh, I
them.
made all their recent logos and stuff like that. And he was wigging out, going small world.
Yeah,
and then
that is
We
crazy.
just played the big caddy with golf.
Yeah,
big
with the
caddy,
boys which we know
and
the
they
Vista
done
bo-
it.
Vista Golf boys from.
Anyway, small world stuff.
Yeah.
Small world stuff. Fuck, my voice is a bit rusty here, Steve-O. What do you reckon about some... We get into some sport, eh?
Yeah, let's get into the sport. the shaft of the show.
Yeah.
Lexi's gone to piss somewhere.
Just
I
do a
don't know
balco,
where.
bro. Just hit a
Yeah, straight off
balco.
just
Yeah.
to avoid our cars if you could.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Lexi's gone to piss somewhere in this haunted
yeah,
mansion.
then the haunted mansion.
Don't go too far, bro.
Sport on the weekend. If you want to, holy fuck, that is a big moth.
Oh, my God.
it's a grass-
Oh my God, it's coming to kill us. If you want a snapshot of the weekend, as you guys know, in the real tipping comp that I'm in, I'm betting my real bets. I'm tipping my real tips. That got 3 out of 8 on the weekend, and my opposite tips got 5 out of 8 on the weekend. So
there's
if you
some upsets.
if you want a snapshot of the NRL at the moment, like that is it, top to bottom, upsets out the wazoo.
Can't even in the AFL, man. Richmond were paying something like Gold Coast were paying like $1.05 or something to beat
Really?
Richmond, man. It was something crazy odds.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy
To beat,
odds.
Richmond.
Richmond,
Yeah,
yeah.
that is crazy odds. That's up there of $11 spec.
Bro, I'll try and find it as you rattle off whatever you're going to rattle off.
Well, straight off the bat, I come out, we talk about the sea psychosis, we talk about the downfall of my enemies, and typical enemy spec, they fucking stab me in the back and they get a win against the fucking Roosters. Mm-hmm. Fuck my downfall of my enemies bet, multi, and they come back strong. Did anyone watch the Roosters-Panthers game?
Yes, I did.
$1.08.
$1.08. Wow.
Gold Coast were paying and Richmond were paying $10. Fuck,
She
man.
got on them.
Yeah, wow.
Now, have Panthers passed the sea psychosis? Have they found the map? Has one of the crows made its way to land?
It's like one of the boys was saying on the weekend, it's like the fucking woo-woo, Ninu, gold pyramids, tinfoil hat, Illuminati of the NRL. Got Ivan and Nathan and all the boys together, like before the season. They were going, boys, everyone's sick of you winning, like 4 in a row. Like, we're predicting our fucking Chinese smoking opium has predicted that viewership at the start of the season, if you're just going to come out and start pumping teams,
He's down.
our viewership's going to drop.
you
I need you to be coming second last on the ladder. And then when we say go, you can just start pumping teams again. So just
Wow.
and then they go from second last to win the GF, beating the doggies in the GF.
Wow. That's actually not a bad narrative in
Because then
yarn.
that would be like,
That's
because
great.
then everyone would be getting around. Oh fuck! Remember the Panthers at the start of the season? They were coming
yeah.
5 in a row,
5 in a row.
Yeah,
So they've done it all, right? They've been underdogs. They've been a non-empire club. They've come and won 4 in a row. The only way to add on this story is, like your friend said,
Come from the depths
is
of
to
hell.
turn them back into underdog and then win the GF for 5 in a row.
but not just an underdog. Like you're bringing them back in a fucking seance. Fucking like they're dead. buried,
Resurrection.
Fucking
Yeah.
David Blaine. Fucking some sort of shit.
On the weekend of the resurrection.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
on
There is
East-
some fucking
on Easter
Oh,
weekend.
Easter.
Easter weekend. There is some Illuminati
The
happening.
Pope dies
The
for
Pope
Penrith to come back.
Wow. God, this is crazy. On that, there is some hectic conspiracy about that.
About him not being dead, or
No.
We're dying on the Jesus birthday.
So, two, right? Conspiracy.
Jesus had a
Back
yardie.
in 1518 or something like that, this one pope wrote this book that predicted each pope's name up until Pope Francis,
Which was the most recent one.
recent one, and after that said that once he dies, it's the end of the world.
Oh, here we go. And stop! Don't get too fucking woo woo in this building because I can already feel.
Scared. Yeah, we'll get into that in a second too because I'm on 1 for 11. I'm coming in hot. No, the other one was that in the Basilica in the Vatican, before you look up at the
Sistine Chapel,
or whatever, there is a band around the dome, right? Dome piece. And there's a little circle, a portrait of each pope, and there's only one band left after Pope Francis, and it's blank. Yeah. So like that's fucking.
So you're saying that. So they just got their portrait once they were sitting in that seat, right?
Yeah. So there's 360
and there's only
degrees.
one more to fill this band.
Correct. And they also in this prophecy say that after Pope Francis dies, it's the end of the world. And that's why there's like this one left. It's like, fucking chat is off its head.
Where did you source this from? Can you send it something?
Oh, yeah. I can send you this to you right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you do it tonight?
I will. Yeah.
While you're sleeping here.
Yeah. Be like, I'm the last Pope. Yeah.
I wonder if Neds will have a market on that.
They do.
Will it be the end
Pope?
of?
Yeah, there's a bit of chat going around.
Will it be the end of the world?
Oh, well, the betting market's on who's going to be the next pope.
Yeah, right.
Wasn't
Shout out
Idris
Neds.
Elba up there with one?
Well, the next pope's apparently meant to be African. So
No, really?
Yeah.
Is that legit, bud? Or?
This is the favourite is an African cardinal who's meant to be the next pope.
So the
He's gonna be
Pope-
black. So.
Because
This last one was Argentinian or some shit.
Yeah, he was from Argentina.
So,
yeah. So how it
the
works,
Pope
right?
doesn't have to be fucking
just gotta
Italian.
be
No.
Catholic, right?
So yes, that's right.
Like
so
broadly
there is
Catholic
135 cardinals around the world at any one time from
Like George
all,
Pellspec.
correct,
Yeah.
from all nations on earth.
Yeah.
And so each country
He
has...
was a bad cardinal.
He was a bad cardinal.
George Pell was getting a run at your fucking engagement party, actually.
Really?
What?
Crowley upstairs. That's the first thing I heard out of his mouth was him talking about George Pell when I walked upstairs.
He's got some yarns, eh?
Can't imagine that chat. But yes, the next pope is picked out of the one of 135 cardinals based around the world.
How do they do that? They play Pope Cardinal Roulette?
I don't know how they do it. Apparently, all the cardinals vote.
Matty Johns entered the chat, brother.
Matty Johns has entered the chat and said, I'm the next
Oh
pope.
my
But no,
God.
apparently they all vote like a democratic process for the next pope, the 135
Between
cardinals.
themselves, sort of.
Between
neck
themselves,
nominate,
yeah. And it's like that then chooses.
What if everyone votes for themselves? Well, you probably can't vote for yourself. I
Is
guess.
that
I
what,
don't know.
is that what they're talking about when they go into that
The room and the white or black smoke that comes out the chimney. And there was some weird pope like 60
Conclave
years
or
ago.
something.
Yeah, there was some weird pope
what's that?
60
Even
years
that
ago
sounds creepy.
where they released like black smoke, which means like we've selected it, and then
No,
white smoke.
White smoke. Oh,
White
yeah.
smoke means we selected it,
Legit.
but then black smoke came out, and then white smoke came out, and then one of the popes died,
Yeah,
or one of the
right.
cardinals died. Like, it was super sus.
Far.
But yeah, there's a bit of conspiracy. Anyway, let's
Wow.
get back into sport.
I want to dive into that.
Yeah,
I'll
same.
send you some material.
Yeah.
Yeah, Panthers come back strong. They've got the tap on the shoulder from Verlandis. Righto, start winning again, boys.
Yeah, Jesus died for our Cynthia.
penny
Yeah,
popes.
Cynthia's.
Yeah.
Broncos. Fuck. Man.
That was all Reece Walsh's fault, bro. Did you see that?
Yeah.
OT kicks it out on the
Yeah.
full. They get a penalty at the 50, and he just fucking kicks it. And it sailed over. Like he must have had a bit of wind behind him, you reckon?
Warriors shouldn't have even let him come back, but
Correct.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that is correct.
does he get snubbed for Origin?
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
playing
Fuck him
terrible,
off.
bro.
Yeah.
I want to fuck him off from the Broncos.
Like, I know Knights are playing
Will he get
pretty
picked
bad.
on the bench, but?
I don't know. He's not really a utility.
Yeah.
Whereas
Whereas
Ponga, you
Pong-
could
Pong.
argue probably a bit better at tackling, playing him in the centre wing.
You know what this comes back to for me? You've never seen Moneyball, have you?
Nah.
We talked about it, I think, last week. I just watched the movie recently. Billy Beane, the main character of Moneyball, and if you don't know it, it's just based on, statistics of baseball players to make a team in the aggregate that then goes on to beat the MLB record and the whole history of the thing of streaks in a row and all the rest of it. Billy Beane, the reason he does this thing is that he was picked and touted as the next greatest player, and there's scenes in the movie where the scouts say to his parents, Billy's a 5-tool player. He's got fielding, he's got batting, he's got pitching, he's got all these. I can't remember what the other 2 tools are, but he has them all, and he ends up signing with the New York Mets, and he doesn't go on to be anything because the pressure or the they all tout him to be this next good thing. I could see this happening with Walsh. When he played Origin, they're all going, "You're the next Billy Slater," and he hadn't proved himself really, and he was still error prone. And for what, I really hope to Christ that
to Pope Francis,
that he comes back and he becomes the player we want him to be. But I can see this also most likely going the other route where he fades out into obscure fucking popularity of, 10 years, 20 years time, people asking who was the fullback in Brisbane Broncos in 2024.
No one will be able to answer, bro, because the world's ending.
Yeah, well, the world is ending. But
over.
I hate that they do this with young players. I fucking hate it till the cows come home. They just put all this pressure, you're the next Billy Slater onto them, and then they fade, they fail. The pressure's too much.
And he's got to be seeing everyone spraying him on social media, right?
Yes, I think so. I don't think that he's not. Whether he comes
they'll
back
have
from
him in
that
the
or
squad for sure. I don't know. He really hasn't showed any level-headedness. It's like he's just been more sporadic week after week, and it's just it's
too much has gotten his head.
It's not even if head coach is going, brother, just play the simple game, run your line, tip it on, don't do any fucking harbour bridge, cut out passes,
Every single
early
play,
kick, chip chases. Just don't do any of that. I don't know if he has or hasn't said that, but he's still just. It's like something in his head just makes him. He tries to do that, just that little bit extra, and it always turns.
It's
into
almost
a big
like
error.
He goes,
looks-
too easy, Cuz, gotcha.
Come on, Cuz.
Come on, Cuz.
He thinks about what he wants to do, and then he does the opposite because he thinks that's what everyone wants him to do. I've seen it the whole season. He just keeps making the wrong decision because I think he's way too much in his head.
Yeah.
Every split decision, he goes this is, and I'm going to do, and he's thrown full passes and he's thrown passes into people intercepting, and I just don't know what's going on there. But he needs to I think he almost needs to get dropped, go back to his Q Cup and just
Go get on the ayahuasca, bro.
Go get on the ayahuasca.
We can hook him up with our Chinese dude.
Chinese opium smoker, read between
Lock
the lines.
him in this room.
Lock him in this room.
Talk to the spirit world.
Put some, like Avatar, The Last Airbender, you just need to get in the Avatar state, meditate, talk with your elder fullbacks past, you got your Billy Slaters.
Yep,
you've got
fullbacks of past, present and future.
Correct,
Yeah.
Yeah, present and emerging.
Yeah.
You need to get in the lineage of fullbacks gone and coming.
Yeah.
So, look, Walshy.
Yeah, acknowledge the fullbacks of past, present and future.
Correct. Yeah, maybe that's what needs to happen. Eels.
Yep, they live in creeks.
Lee Jesus. Mitchell Moses.
Mitchell by Francis Moses.
By Francis Moses.
Pope Francis Moses.
By Pope Francis Moses.
Yeah.
Pope 15th of his name.
Yes.
Has to be the greatest halfback in the game currently.
Holy, you can't settle.
But for him just to come back after not playing since
10
Origin
weeks.
game.
I think it's 10 weeks.
Wasn't
No?
it? Wasn't the
Was
Origin?
he out since Origin 3 last year?
Yeah, wasn't it?
I thought he played the last bit of last season. And then he was out like in a
Yeah,
training
maybe
episode,
you're right.
and he was out for 10 weeks or something like
Anyway,
that. Or
he's played fuck all high level football since last year, basically.
yeah,
And for him just to come out and he's doing the freakiest shit, like
and to rally the team with Lomax out. Lomax has been trying to trudge that whole team along.
Yeah.
Just come last season, he's like, "Come on, boys, come with me."
on,
But they're all
cuz.
like, "Come on, cuz,
come with me.
And they're
cuz.
like, anyway, he's out this, bruh.
Mitchell, Jesus of Nazareth, Moses, split
Isaac
the Red
Moses'
Sea.
cousin,
Yeah,
literally.
really.
Yeah, he actually is his cousin. Yeah,
Mitchell, Jehovah Moses,
yeah,
did not miss a beat.
of Latter-day Saints Mormon specs.
Yes, on the fucking dawn of Easter.
Parted the Red Sea, and the Red
Yep.
Sea was the West
Was the-
fucking Tigers.
Yeah. It would have been, it would have been good if they played the Dragons, because they could have been headline worthy, like Moses parted the Red V.
The Red V, God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. NRL, Lelandis, get on that. That's some narrative and yarn.
Yeah, wow. Cardinal Pope Roulette.
Like, okay, you tell me, DCE comes back from that sort of injury. Does he rally a team performing that badly?
Who's that? Sorry?
I'm
Like,
trying to
could
compare,
he
right? I'm trying to compare halfbacks. If a team is performing as badly as the Eels does,
Yeah.
let's swap out Moses for DCE. Let's swap out Moses for Nathan. Let's swap out Moses for Jerome Hughes. Does he? I've just never. I probably have, but like the ability to rally a team performing that terribly with
Yeah,
a
on
new
your own
coach
back, yeah.
on his own fucking back.
Yeah.
Like they've scored more points, I think, in that game than they have in the season collectively.
Yeah.
Into round 7.
Yeah.
We're coming into round 8.
Mitchell, George Pell Moses.
Cardinal of the fucking Eels,
Yeah,
Parramatta
yeah.
Seals. Like, that's just, it's
Yeah,
just.
he's one of few, bro, that's able to do that sort of effort. And some of the stuff he was doing, man, like he recognised it was maybe 4th or 5th, winger wasn't up. They sort of made a little break and he's puts that,
Real Andrew John sort of
puts
shit.
his kick down. It just grubbers enough time for I think Addo, oh no, it was on the other side, for winger to catch up, just pops up in his breadbasket try, untouched. And just, running to the line, looking out the back and just hits like wasn't a short, very short pass. He maybe a couple metres away, hits a second row, untouched. And you
Okay.
just go
Straight to a hole.
straight through a hole.
Veronica's untouched.
Yeah. Bad song.
Bad song,
Bad
yeah.
song.
And he's just, it's, and what Buzz said, Stevo, you added this to the notes. If Dylan Brown's 1.3 a year reflects his ability, then Mitchell, Cardinal, Pope, Moses
15th of his name.
should
Yeah.
be getting paid $2 million a season.
Mitchell, John, Michael, Francis Moses.
Yep.
Yep.
Should be on $2 million a year if they're going to pay
They,
Dylan Brown 1.3, which, I don't think Dylan Brown's a player he is without a Mitchell, Cardinal, Pell, Moses leading the pack around, parting the Red Sea.
Part of the
Popes
Red
get
Sea.
paid that much money?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, I believe so.
Mitchell, Pope, Moses,
Yeah.
MPM.
Aren't they like the biggest owners of land globally?
Yeah,
Something
The
like that.
Catholic
They own-
Church,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
They own all
apparently
the
he's richer than the
McDonald's.
royal family. And like, what'd you say?
They own all the McDonald's. I'd get someone to believe that.
No. I was sorry. I was getting too.
You were getting McDonald's confused with the Catholic Church.
yes, no.
Oh,
Because
but
Because they say
McDonald's
McDonald's-
is the biggest owner of real estate,
Estate.
apart from Scientology.
something
something like that, yeah.
I've seen that.
But no, sorry.
And
They're
there
a
is-
real
goes,
estate company, not a fast food or
Yeah.
something.
it goes Macca's, Scientology, Catholic Church.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was like in that movie, the founder.
Yeah.
How he's like.
He goes, "You're not a fast food company. You're a real estate company."
No, but at the start when he's like driving through the town, he's like going church, like the crucifix and the sign. Then he's like the golden arches, and he's like church arches, church. So he's like,
Yeah, they've made it a church for sure.
exactly. Yeah, I was getting confused.
The church of fast food.
Yeah.
Correct. So look, just unbelievable stuff. But yeah, he probably is worth $2 million. To be honest, like if they have fucked this whole thing, giving Dylan Brown 1.3 mil a
it's
season.
really going to throw a spanner in the works.
It's going to
moving
fucking
forward.
throw a huge spanner in the works because he is not even top 6. Like, you've got...
Because you look at someone like Jamal Fogarty, who's probably on like 7,
John
800.
Fogarty's son.
They're apparent. Look, they say in the media they're offering him 500,000. I'm like, that is bullshit.
Who, Fogarty?
Apparently,
Yeah.
that's what they're offering. I'm like, cunt. Anyway,
I think he's levels above Dylan Brown on his own in a team that...
to rally a team, the Raiders fell off a fucking metaphorical cliff when he got injured in round 10 last year. They were on a heater last year. He gets injured. They finished... I don't even think they made the finals, did they? 10th.
Nah, I
I
don't
think they come
think so,
10th.
Yeah.
Poker
So-
roulette.
He is just, for them to offer him 1.3 has absolutely thrown multiple spanners in the fucking metaphorical gearbox
Nice. On the dawn of Jesus' birthday
and resurrection.
and resurrection.
I actually went to church on the weekend.
Did ya?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's
Down the
sus.
beach.
That's sus.
Read my Bible.
Is that why you missed golf
My
on Friday?
Bible.
No.
A
But-
Bible that you stole from fucking a
Ridges.
caravan park cabin when you stayed there when you were a kid.
Yep.
You know how old motels always used to have a
Yeah,
Bible in the
yeah,
top
yeah.
shelf there?
Even Ridges used to always have...
Yeah.
They had cool pages.
While we're on the note of the Eels and all the rest of it, let's talk about the Tigers. Brando, you reckon shit show. I actually reckon it's actually been handled well.
Really?
Yeah.
On which part?
Bringing him back.
Yeah.
I know you said shit show.
Because I reckon they're now that... I watched 360 last night, and now they're talking workplace harassment,
Correct.
lawsuit.
Yeah.
He's trying to get out of his contract.
Yeah,
ATO.
Benji's now made an environment supposedly,
Yeah.
unforgivably that you can't come back from it. Like,
Which is just like it's utter bullshit. I think that the playing group was right to come forward and say, "Look, man, if you don't want to play for this team, we don't want you."
There's
to
the
be
door,
playing
brother.
with us."
Don't
Yeah,
let
there's
it
the
hit you
door.
on the
Don't
way
let it
out.
hit you on the way out.
Yeah.
I think they were full within their rights to say that. This player agent, Isaac Moses, who we've spoken about before on this podcast, funnily enough,
Isaac Francis Moses.
Isaac Francis Moses Pope, Jesus, he has to be
Jehovah.
the most, I want to say, like, what's enigma in plural? Like enigmatic.
Enigmatic.
Enigmatic
Don't know if that's a word, but it
character
sounds correct.
in NRL history.
And that's why I write the emails, boys.
He's been delisted twice from the NRL as a player agent. Pretty much every club fucking hates him. All the players love him. You've got Willie Mason and Justin Hotto saying in their podcast 1 week earlier, backing him up, this week saying, I would never tell a player, family or friend to go to him. Like, it's just the most fucking bizarre situation I've ever come across, that he's so hated and loved by the players but hated by the clubs. Like,
I don't know if
is
that's
it-
an enigma, but
you don't reckon?
No,
or like,
you're thinking
it's
of
just
another
controversial?
word.
He's just a...
I know what you're trying to say. There is a word similar to that.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know, but let's continue on. Let's not get
Now I'm playing Scrabble in my brain.
lost amongst the fucking trees for the forest.
Yeah.
I just find it
On God's green earth.
on God's green earth. I just find it so bizarre that this player agent can be hated by all clubs. Like, Roosters won't deal with him. Nick Politis fucking
Because he
detests
obviously
him.
just tries to squeeze the most out of the clubs and gets the best for the player, right? Or
This
no?
might be a bit out of school, but Intern and I work for labour hire, or used to work for labour hire.
Are you going to give some trade secrets?
Trade secrets here.
Yeah, beautiful.
If anyone goes to work cover
Yep.
or fucks the dog on work cover,
Your blacklist.
there is not an official blacklist,
Yeah.
but there is a you're never getting put forward for another fucking employer of ours ever again. Just because of the dramas they cause, the premiums they drive up in insurance. Now, Isaac Moses better be careful with this whole we're suing for workplace harassment and bullying. Like, rugby league's an old game. Rugby league is still a boys' club. Rugby league is still run by these men that deal on handshakes and, the fucking...
And brown paper bags.
yeah.
Correct.
And the back of Kalen Ponga's boot.
And
Correct.
also see-through paper bags as well.
100%. So he has to be very careful with how public this gets. I know he deals with players, but it's not outside.
What, they're going to blacklist him?
It's not
and say
outside.
you can't
It is-
officially do any work with clubs.
It is not outside the realm of possibility for all the clubs, the CEOs, the chairmans, whoever, to all get together and say, fuck this cunt. We will blacklist him across all clubs, and then his players have to go to other player agents that we want to deal
Like
with.
a Colin Kaepernick of the NFL, kneel
Correct.
for the anthem, saying the combine's modern slavery.
Yes.
And running down all the
The
teams who are
CEOs,
your
the owners.
potential employers, and then he hasn't played in 9 years.
Hasn't.
Yeah.
And he hasn't officially retired. It's like, buddy, give it up.
You're
Buddy,
done.
yeah.
And like he has to, and like if this were to happen at any other club than the Tigers, I think that this would be like, I think that they would have already had this meeting. To be honest, if this were to happen at Manly, Panthers, fucking Roosters, Broncos, any of those Empire clubs, this would already be a chat amongst them all, where they just say, blacklist this cunt. All the players want to play NRL. If we all collectively say we're not going to deal with
signing
him,
any of your
we're not
players
signing any players, they will leave him.
Yeah.
So
But
he has to be
someone like-
very careful.
Someone like Isaac Mitchell-Moses, couldn't he just operate in the shadow realm, like in the background? Like he has a fucking... He just gets like a...
He's a shadow partner. He's a
gets
silent
it.
partner.
Jack Stevens becomes new fucking player agent.
And
That
he's just
all,
telling you what to say.
that all Isaac Mitchell-Moses players go
But
to
wouldn't
now.
that just be sus?
Mate,
Yeah, but-
I'm
but-
telling you,
Yeah,
rugby
man.
league
He's
is
like the fucking... What do they call that?
puppet master.
Yeah, but they call it something else.
Piano player.
Marionette. fucking
Marionette,
master.
that's it, yeah.
All I'm saying is rugby league's still an old game. It is still run by men that operate on handshake deals. If they get a sniff that Isaac Moses is behind your operation,
Yeah.
you're blacklisted too.
Yeah, but then they can't blacklist everyone in Australia.
Yeah, but he can't work with everyone in Australia. All the other
I'll go
player
work for
agents
him.
will just say, we got our own shit going on. We'll just sign your players. Fucking, they can come across to us and we can still deal with the clubs we're dealing with. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Fuck you.
Yeah. So,
Steve,
Go fuck yourself.
go fuck yourself.
Steve-O, is there a world to Galvin supposedly coming back into the squad and supposedly going to then play for Tigers? Did he get named this week?
He
Do you
did.
know?
He got recalled. That was your shit show fucking comment
Yeah.
in the group chat.
So after all that, sending back to New South Wales Cup, apparently the team he played for got absolutely pummeled into the fucking face of the earth.
Yeah.
All the
It
shit
is
going
like-
on in the media.
It's like your doggy's boy suing him for torture. When he got asked to fucking wrestle all the top
Cardinal
30
Pell
squad.
tortured him.
Yeah,
Tortured
yeah.
him, coming late to training.
On the dawn of Jesus' birthday.
On dawn of Jesus' birthday.
Yeah, modern day torture.
Resurrection.
Yeah.
But bro, do you reckon like all the teammates, like these close friend stories got leaked of them all bitching about him and they're putting up subliminal,
Shadow realm fucking.
yeah,
Pack your bags sort of stuff.
yeah, all that sort of shit. Do you reckon there's a world where he comes back in, they all just say their piece, fuck you for this, and he says fuck you for that, and it's like a UFC fight where you've hated each other that much, but after you've punched on, there's a bit of respect.
Yeah.
Back there, do you reckon there's a world where that
I'll give you a quick
happens, where everyone's just brutally honest? It's like, now let's just get on with the fucking show.
I'll give you a quick story
Okay.
that backs this up. My first corporate job at Allianz, I had this one manager, Amanda, and we had this in the team. We had a team of 13. This other old lady, Cheryl. Old ladies, this may be sexist, but they fucking hated one another, right?
Hate bitching.
And they used me, the new guy, to combat one
As
another.
the conduit.
As the conduit.
Nice.
As the fucking
The
catalyst.
conjuring.
The catalyst.
Yeah.
So Cheryl comes up to me one day.
Who?
As-
Cheryl?
Cheryl, who's
Yeah.
a team leader in the group, and Amanda's the manager. Cheryl comes up and says to me, and because Cheryl was a bitch, but it didn't faze me. I fucking used to give it back as much as she gave it.
Yeah.
She comes up and she's like, "Oh, I'm really sorry that whatever I said offended you." And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And she goes, oh, Amanda said you put in a complaint against me. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, Amanda said you put in a complaint, an official complaint. I said, righto. Come back from the meeting, sent them both an email and said,
I want to see you two in my office.
I want to see you two in the meeting room at 3 o'clock. They both hit me up. What's it about? What's it about? I said, we'll talk in the meeting at 3 o'clock. Went in. I fucking 2 weeks
He's
into
on the show, undercover CEO boss. I'm actually your boss.
I'm 2 weeks into this job. I pull them both in and I said, righto, Amanda, I don't appreciate being used as a patsy because you don't like Cheryl. Cheryl, you probably shouldn't call new people cunts. So you two sort it out right now because I didn't lodge a complaint, but Cheryl, you need to be nicer. And they both just fucking went at it for a bit.
Yeah.
But then they both come to fucking like terms.
Tears first.
And then they both come to terms.
Tears and
then
terms.
they both come out and they thank me and they said, thank you for dealing with that so maturely.
Yep.
I think that this could happen at the Tigers because I see Luai as a very mature player. When he come out and defended Benji, he didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
Benji's a new coach. There is a lot of people probably saying that Benji's, brand new. He can't coach. He's never coached the first side team. I see this actually happening. Galvin is young enough for them to say, mate, come on, let's get together.
And Luai's going, brother, I've been there. You disrespect the team by saying we're not good enough for you.
You're listening to this outside source.
You don't think
this
we're
is
gonna-
team first, brother.
Cheryl.
You don't think
Cheryl, Galvin, Cheryl.
Galvin. Who's Cheryl and who's Amanda?
Galvin? Yeah.
Well, Galvin is
Who's Galvin?
Galvin,
Sorry.
Galvin, Cheryl.
Yeah. No.
Yes.
And Benji's Amanda.
Yeah, Benji's Amanda.
And Luai's you.
Luai's me. Yeah, which is very.
I thought you were Isaac Mitchell Moses.
No. It's
Because you've been blacklisted, brother.
I've been blacklisted. But that's how I actually see that happening. I see them winning this week. If they have that chat, I see them winning this week.
Imagine if he does a backflip
you
of
be
doom
bench?
after all of the...
Wouldn't he be bench? Because he's called them both in for the meeting.
No, but he wasn't the boss.
Yeah, I wasn't the boss. I was like, I'm like Luai.
He's the
Like
middleman.
Benji's the
new
boss.
guy.
Amanda.
He's the new
Galvin,
guy, Luai.
Cheryl. Yeah. So
Yeah,
it
right.
kind of works, but it kind of doesn't. Anyway, I'm Luai. That's all I got from that. Romy, my boy.
Romy.
Fucking pumping the JBL. Let's go.
Yeah, but I honestly reckon they just go, bro, this is fucking, we thought it was disrespect. Say all their piece. Galvin says, look, it was for X, Y, Z reason. I should have been more transparent.
Yeah.
And they hash it out. Maybe it's through fucking F and C bombs.
Yep.
And then they go, right, well, we've got till end of next year, so let's just fucking rip in. And
Let's
maybe,
fucking do it.
yeah, they go on a little Mad Monday at the end of the year. Maybe does a backflip or they just cool. They're boys.
I don't think there's any backflip happening. There's too much
Nah,
bad blood
yeah.
between him and Isaac Moses.
Then he
now.
just looked fucking a bit silly.
Yeah.
Like DC back in the day.
Yeah.
What do you want to get into, Brando? Do you want to quickly go over UEFA or do you just want to jump into some gambling? What do we...
Yeah, let's go.
How are we going for
UEFA.
time there, Lex?
110.
shit.
Well, we
Yeah.
should probably get into the fucking gambling.
Let's get in
I
some
suppose.
gambling,
Let's
eh,
get into
boys?
gambling
Well,
there,
Steve, do you want to just quickly, there's ATP
Yep.
Madrid on, just give that
I
a
want to
quick,
give my opinion.
quick nod.
Yeah.
When
Just-
you said that,
Yeah, that's so
I was
funny.
just waiting for a bark back. And see. No bark
No,
back.
I laughed. I laughed, reacted at it.
I really want to give my opinion.
No, ATP Madrid, it's a 1,000 tournament. So a
Few big dogs playing, you said?
all the big dogs are playing, like
Yup.
men's and women's.
Like Tomic and fucking
Yeah. Bernardos, he's rocked up in his
Cardinal
Lambo.
Francis, yeah.
Straight from schoolies, straight from the Catholic Church.
Nah, so all the big dogs, eh? Like
Yeah.
they play the 1,000s, right?
Yep. So this is warm up for the French Open. Last week was Barcelona.
Yup.
Alcaraz got beat by our fucking schizo Dutch prodigy fucking mate in a test lab, Holger Rune. And he got beaten straight sets, bro. Tie break and then got dusted 6-2. So Alcaraz is a favourite to take it out. Second line of betting was, who did I say that was? Zverev, I think it was. Yes, send through. Djokovic was like third line of betting at $10.
Nah.
Yeah, but if you want to, I'll be betting every day now in the Opens group.
Because you've got a long way to go. We have got some absolute heaters in the open group.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been in there a while, but it is fucking flat chat multis all the time. We've got some absolute dons.
Yeah.
Putting some heaters in there.
Yeah, so that's me for that. They're still doing qualifying, so I'm not sure the actual tourney might not start until
I had a look today and
Sunday.
It
might not start till Sunday, so I'll have more to come. Because it is still qualifying for ATP Madrid. But yeah, I will be. I think I'm going to go like a new betting system. I think
Okay.
I don't know if I've done this before and it's sort of fucking failed me, but I sort of want to think in terms of odds, I want to think of it as a return on investment in terms of like if I was to put $1,000 on in like shares or in say like a term deposit or like a goal saver account or some shit like that, and I'm making like 10% fucking interest on my money, like I think I want to.
So just change your view on
because
on you putting this money in to get a potential return, which is the same as the stock market.
Exactly, yeah. So
at a lower risk, sort of, is the stock market.
Putting $1,000 in to win 1,100, and like people think that's stupid, but if you broke it down and said, I got a 10% return on my investment, like
in a day, not a year.
Yeah, in a day. Yeah. I don't know. Like
I like it, bro.
That bites you in the ass. Like, and I'm being bitten in the ass a heap of times.
Yeah, because in the stock market, it'd be unlikely you put 1,000 in and then it's zero the next day.
Exactly.
That's right. Whereas you can put an investment in and it can get down to 900, and you go, I'm taking it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, there is the same in that with the cash out option as well. Like if you are watching it, but. Yeah, I don't know. I've had a lot of different sort of ebbs and flows with how I bet over the years.
And
like,
this is sort of where you're at right now.
Well, I was just thinking about it today. I'm like, I'm just going to, maybe I'll put in like, just maybe change
I don't
my
call
mindset.
it gambling. I call it day trading.
Yeah, day trading. Yeah.
On Neds.
Yeah, on Neds, of course. Of course on
nice.
Neds.
Well, what do we got, boys? Do you just want to...
Look, let me just give a couple of honourable open group mentions.
Yep.
Just a couple of shout-outs from some of our dons.
Yep.
That Steve's been missing out. Brandon, you have had some absolute fucking get-ups on the weekend, I believe courtesy of our friend...
NRL Odd Stats.
NRL Odd Stats. One of them being...
Huddy Young.
No, Cooler.
Oh, yeah.
Start off.
Cooler, first, second or third try scorer. That was paying $5. $5 or $6.
Few people got on that. It was paying $6.
Fuck yeah.
This one, unfortunately, one of our dons, Resourceful Fairness 397... He didn't get this in as a tip, but he did put it in as a slip. He got a 76-69 multi get up on the Manly Sea Eagles St. George game.
Did he explain why he didn't get it in as a tip?
I can't remember. He did say something. I can't remember what happened.
Okay.
We then had Sneaky Punts, who's going to be mentioned ad nauseum in this little part. Had a $10 multi get up against Brisbane and Collingwood. We also then had Sneaky Punts get another $5 multi up against the Mumbai Indians versus Sunrisers Hybridon.
Sneaky Punts is loving it.
I feel like he's awake 24 hours of the day.
He is also of Indian descent, not Chinese descent. I asked him last episode on the pod.
This guy?
Yeah, he's of Indian descent.
Are you serious?
No, 100%. It's in there.
Yeah, man. Is he local or?
I don't know. I'll have to ask that part. I don't believe so.
We might have to get him up for an interview.
We then also had some other big ones. Resourceful Fairness, another one in there with the Atlanta Hawks and the Miami Heat with a $20 multi.
Fuck yeah.
We then also had Brandon Barnes with another $2.40 win with Edward Cozy in the New Zealand Warriors game. Number 2 jersey scored against the Brisbane Broncos. Another one's from Beard of Wisdom. Beard of Wisdom, who's also a very prolific multi-placer in the thing.
He's been in there for
a long time, playing very a lot of repetitions there. We had Brandon Barnes with another Huddy Young, 225.
See, I just went a couple singles from Odd Stats because they were paying more than $2.
So.
You also then, which is 4 from the weekend, a Greg Marju for the Newcastle Knights. You had some fucking good multi-builders in there. Another bit of wisdom.
And I was putting in for the boys like because I sort of felt bad off our 100 to 10K if anyone threw the 100 stake on it. So I was like, I liked a few of these other ones. I'd post my slip and then, post the tip and then paste that stat like Greg Marju scored in the last 3 years.
Yeah, nice.
Whatever. So give some people some actual, narrative behind the bet sort of thing.
Sneaky punts being the absolute number one
He's
in
still
the first
paragraphs,
15.
bro.
I know. And look at this. He scored another $24.88 multi and another $15.54 multi, both on Sunday.
I can't follow in his bets.
Yeah. He had 2 follow the 15 multi, 3 follow the 24.88.
There's 400 plus people in there. If he's hitting these like that, he should be getting fucking 50
Mate,
bets.
he's hitting between $15 and like up to like $75 multis, pretty much like 3 times a weekend.
Yeah.
So guys,
just throw $10
I'm talking
on
to
all
the
of
camera
them.
now.
Yeah.
Anytime you see sneaky punts, chuck a multi in the open group. It is worth $1. It's worth 50 cents. It's worth 10. Responsibly, if you can afford it. Obviously.
T's and C's on the website.
T's and C's applies.
Unless you're
Gamble
in South
responsibly.
Australia.
What are you really gambling with?
Yeah, bet it out.
He's definitely going as number one in this first 15. Sneaky punts. He's coming out of nowhere, absolutely ripping and tearing and providing winners.
Was that official? Or are you looking down the barrel going, we need something to give him or something, don't we? Like, what are we going to do?
Sneaky punts. This is
Should
to
we?
you.
This is what I'm thinking. Should we like do some like custom hats and each hat has the number on it? Like, say it's the first 15. It's in the Roman numerals.
Yeah, it has to be in the Roman
His is
numerals.
I think that's a 1, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe it's got a little nice on the back, but here's
Or like even like his username at Sneaky Punts.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yep.
Which I don't know how much that would cost, but we could look into that.
Right. If he's giving you $60 winners every week,
every weekend, let's
it's a
fucking
return
go.
on investment, brother. We're just day trading at this point.
Nice.
I will say this. I have been putting $10 on every single multi he chucks in.
Yeah, wow.
beautiful.
So he has been
you
fucking making me some money.
So he's just paid for the first lot.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Shout out Sneaky Punts. Great addition
We
to
got to put on the hats made by Sneaky Punts.
Yeah. Funded by
Well,
Sneaky
I'll
Punts.
take over honourable mentions here. Young fucking Hermes Anon fucking Jack Stevens. Off the board. He's not Galactic Jack anymore.
Yeah.
He's just plain old simple Jack.
Yeah.
Simple Jack, baby.
I kind of liked Galactic Jack, though. It's like your alter ego.
Yeah.
That's
He-
shit at punting.
He called it last week.
did too. The
Angel
angel
numbers,
numbers,
111. He's got to
1
win.
wins, 11 losses.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got to win. He went
I liked it, man. Like, that was fucking pretty safe. Like, good odds, but
Yeah.
it was a safe bet. I
Yeah,
really
it
liked
was,
it.
yeah.
I had faith in you getting off the board this week, Jack, and
Raiders into doggies.
really proved yourself. So,
Nice, bro. Well
Nice.
done.
I'm coming for you, Steve, now.
Yeah, I know. I'm scared.
Yeah.
Because I do not want to be
I
in
want
this
you to spend
building.
the night in here. I want you to spend the night in the Haunted Mansion.
Fuck, man.
I think it'll be great.
I'm going to
I
shit
can't
myself.
wait, really. Yeah.
But yeah.
do we want to go into this week's, boys? This week's Ned Techs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Brendo both had losses last week, but
Yeah. I go to 5 and 7, you 3 and 9.
3 and
So
9.
you're only 2 wins off.
it's
Steve,
so
mate. It's
with
crazy.
one little win, it's heating up.
And on that, I've chosen the Dragons, the Fire Breathers,
Yeah.
heating up
Yep.
to beat
Parting
the
the Red
Roosters.
Sea with the Red V.
Yeah,
Red
Red C,
V.
Red V, Isaac
Yeah.
Mitchell Moses.
Yeah. Lot of breadcrumbs there.
Yeah, I like
Lot
that,
of
bro,
breadcrumbs.
actually. It's like, could Bruce's bounce back, the tricolours, but Dragons
I think you're a
are
little bit
hot, eh?
defeated. Yeah, Dragons are hot. They're defeated. It's all
Is
about
this
game
Anzac
psychology.
Day this weekend?
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is their famous matchup that the Roosters usually win.
Mm.
How was that little Rabbitohs have never won at Amy Park?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How crazy was that?
Yeah,
stat?
that's it's on here. 0.
13 zip.
Nah, 0 and where is it? I wrote it on here somewhere. Yeah, 0 and 19 in
0 and
Melbourne.
19.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, so that could be one of your first $1.20, bro.
Yeah, that's
Was that where you had
well.
that
That's
epiphany?
what No, I didn't. But yeah, that's what I mean.
Yep.
If you
Put $1,000 on that.
responsibly throw
if you have the
$1,000
money.
on that,
Yep.
$1.20, like 20% ROI. Like you say to fucking any serious investor, 20% ROI, can't.
Yeah, they're going, oh my God, you're better than Warren Buffett.
Yeah, but they're like, that's not possible.
Yeah, it's not
like
possible.
in 1 hour.
Bernie Madoff.
Yeah.
in 1 hour's time.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Steve-O, what do you like about the Dragons, bro? Anything specific or just that they're on a bit of a tear?
No, just that they're on a bit of a tear. I think that the Roosters were expecting to beat the Panthers last week, and we talk about game psychology. They lost in a sort of grand fashion. I think they're going to be down in the dumps. And I think that the Dragons...
They really wanted to win that game.
They really did want to win that game. I think they did. And
just would have sent them on a little trajectory, I think.
yeah, I think they're going to be sort of just down in the dumps. So I think that the Dragons at $2 is good value, and that's why I've made it my bet tech this week to come close to beating Steve. My Ned Tech bet it out.
My Ned's Ned Tech.
Nice, bro. Well, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I just wanted Steve-O just to pronounce both my Ned's Ned Tech for the week, if he wouldn't mind.
Can you have a go at it, bro? Like, we're not paying you out. It's just it's just a part of the show. Butchering names.
Paluchinakova.
It's not
Say that
terrible.
again.
Pavlyuchinova.
It's not.
Pavlyuchenkova.
Yep.
Pavlyuchenkova.
Milkelson.
Michelin.
Michelin stars.
Michelin star. Phil
Michelson.
Michelin.
$2.42 Michelin stars.
Yeah.
Well, you might as well read yours.
Yeah. If you can't find those, if you're just listening to the episode and you can't find, if you're trying to spell that based on Steve-O's
Just watch it on YouTube. The overlays will be there.
pronunciation.
Yeah.
Yeah, ATP Madrid 1000. Pavlyuchenkova, she's obviously in the women's side of the draw, and Michelin, he's fucking hell. We got Steve-O's
He's
disease.
rating restaurants. For
He's rating restaurants. Yeah, getting royalties out the fucking wazoo.
Yeah, 5 stars.
Young American. Yeah, he's paying like $1.80 himself, which is why that got boosted up to $2.42.
What was that other American that just recently won that other ATP? Ben or...
Ben Shelton.
Ben Shelton.
Yeah, gun bro. Yeah. Big serve. Lefty too.
Nice.
Can we get on like a top quarter finish for him? Is that an odds? Is that a mark?
Yes, but I think he's
not
in
Clay,
a...
or
Hey?
is this Clay? Madrid,
Yeah, this
or
is Clay.
Is he not a Clay
King
player?
of Clay. King of Clay.
Everyone still can play Clay, but I think he's in a tough side of the draw, that's all.
Yeah, right.
Right. Nice, bro. So what's that? 242.
Yeah, 242, that'll get you.
Multi.
Michelson's paying fucking schizo can't Uzbekistan or Kazakhstan, one of them. Can't remember. But yeah, $1.80 for him. I thought that was really good odds. So
Nice, boys. Well, I've gone.
that's on tomorrow too. So that's tomorrow night. So
Yep.
if you listen to this or watching that, get on it now. If you back me, if you don't, then just listen to Brando.
So Champions League into semi-finals. Not overly familiar with the format, but it looks like they do, at least in the finals anyway. It's like you verse each other twice and it goes off an aggregate score.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Arsenal about to play PSG in the semi-final. So, yeah, sort of best of 2 games in an aggregate way. And then, if they win, the winner of this game goes on to the grand final. So we've got Arsenal paying $2.10 to beat PSG in game 1 of 2. So
Steggers, we played golf with him on the weekend, believes
he
it.
loves Arsenal too,
he
right?
says that Arsenal can do it.
Yeah.
They just beat Real Madrid.
Yeah, Real,
Yeah.
which was like a big upset. So.
Did you see that? I don't know if this was just, or you put it up or it was in our chat, but since like 1992, there's only been 2 other clubs to win the EPL other than Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City, Man United.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
It was like Blackburn Rovers, like way back
even
in the
heard of
day,
that.
like
Leicester City.
1993, and Leicester City. Yeah, everyone else has been Chelsea, Arsenal, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City, Man
United.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just isn't that like you just think the NRL table?
Yeah.
only 5 of those clubs have ever won a grand final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy to think.
In
is
like the
crazy.
last 30-something years.
30-something
Does
years.
that mean, like, what's that say? Like, if you're a fan of one of these other ones, surely you're just going, we've never got a chance. Like,
Yeah. Doesn't
that's
that
not even.
disenfranchise
Yeah, I think so.
Or you live your whole life for it to be a
For-
Leicester City, like when they win, or a
Yeah,
Blackburn.
And
Rovers.
they only win once in your
Once,
whole
and-
lifetime. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool, I guess.
Yeah, that is cool. That's more
I'm going to go home and
fairy
watch some
tale.
Ted Lasso.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Arsenal head-to-head to beat PSG. I think that's on tomorrow as well. I'm not sure on the time. So,
And
yeah,
as in tomorrow, we mean
like today.
today.
So
Wednesday.
anyway, I'll put in the open group in a sec as we speak. So if you want to jump on that, yeah,
That's gambling.
that's gambling.
Yeah, nice for
Brought
the
to
week.
you by Neds. Yes, there's
Yeah.
a big announcement coming up very soon, which we're not going to say too much about that.
We're doing a live exorcism in here.
We're getting in a Ouija board.
Yeah, no, there's something new that's coming to the Yeah Nice group.
I'm
Ryan.
actually really,
If
I
you've
know-
seen me in person in the last 3 months, you know what I'm talking about.
and I know where yous were coming from. Yous are sort of looking at me going, well, fuck,
Can't pull your head in.
Yeah, if I can put your money where your mouth is, can't fucking. I was
Not
like-
only that, no, just put your mouth where your mouth is.
But I was like, yeah, that sounds sexual. I was like super excited. And then I was like seeing the other products and I was like, oh, like I wish ours had a big seat and stuff like that. I'm not without giving much away. And
Big
I was,
tires, yeah.
I was sort of like weaning off it a little bit. But then I seen one today live in person, like of the style of what it will
What
look
ours
like.
will look like?
Yeah.
You've seen one in person. Like
I seen
similar.
it like a fucking old cracky fella like cutting across fucking
True.
Musgrave Street on it. Same style, like
Yeah.
fat, yeah.
Anyway,
And
do the math.
it did actually look pretty cool,
Yeah,
and it just got me like fired up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
good.
very fired up.
No, I'm keen. I think once they're here, it'll be real, and once it's out there,
Yeah,
like,
and once
yeah.
he puts a little couple.
it'll be
fucking,
like that fork in the road. If we never done it, we'll die wondering.
Yeah.
But now we're going all steam ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll look back and go, boys, imagine.
I'm glad we risked
Imagine
it.
if we bitched it because Steve didn't want to put 5 minutes a week into growing the bread. So anyway, but boys, as always, brought to you by Neds. Price is subject to change. T's and C's on the Neds website or the app. And,
Download the app,
yeah.
get it,
Get in
up
the
and screw it.
Yenos Open group.
Yeah, join if you want to be getting all these fucking sexy multis from our new
$70
friends.
multis.
Join our group, get on
Yeah.
it, and we'll see you next week.
So
Bye
boys.
bye.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website